One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the Palouse, home in Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time today. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Nah, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's step back here and chat a little Washington State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
He'll do it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Clark wants to throw. Quick strike complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Holds and fires complete to the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute. You want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice third.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll ride the hot hand. Shakes off the defender. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air, it's Lanier. Bringing the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They'll leave it with him. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's Wilson. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Moving away from pressure. On the move, he fires. He's open on the right. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. We've reached the end of the period. Georgia Southern is on top, and we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A designed run for the quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
14, Washington State, 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Lanier using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They want to throw it. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Touchdown, Eagles! Special teams proving to be special. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
And they did tack on the extra point.
Washington State, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Lanier. Stands in and takes the hit. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Line is set on 3rd down. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Turning it on. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Eagles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Finds his man. It's Sharp. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Cano. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Still running at the 40. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. At the 40. There he goes. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might as well give it to him again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Lanier. Got a man. It's Cano. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it on the move. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wazoo!
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to. But at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way. But the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
28, Washington State, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Good enough for a first down.
Quickly out to the tight end. At the 45, on his way. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They have a first down at the 41-yard line.
First down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And first down for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Clark to fire. He'll try to do it himself. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's not afraid to go deep. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Here's the pressure. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skilled position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Morton Stadium.
Washington State ready to put it away to start the third quarter. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Got the quick completion. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. Second down coming up. The give is to Williams. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Clark wants to throw. Here's a hit. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. It'll be 3rd and long. Here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Wilson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Trying to do it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quickly complete. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it past the marker. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air, it's Lanier. Gets it to him on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit.
Oh, he's got some space. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Washington State going back to work on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Washington State has it in the red zone. They'll send the back in motion. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The give is to Williams. Still running at the 40. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here on 3rd down for this offense. The give on the option. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
There's just not a lot of great play calls, guys, for 3rd in California. So you hand it off, you try to get some of that yardage back, and see what happens next.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Clark to fire. Back open in the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. From the red zone, looking for a man. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilson. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
1st and goal, Georgia Southern.
Just keeps slinging it. Under fire. Looking to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Georgia Southern will have it now, 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Bought a little time. Lets it go. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got it on the run. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Makes the grab. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Grabbed over the middle. It's fired. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Lanier. Look out, he's got room. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds a spot in the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Cano. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Wazoo eager to pay off this red zone trip. Works the middle of the field. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Lanier. He's got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Washington State will come to the line with a first and goal. They'll go to the air. Under fire. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more...
Turning on the Jets. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. Line gets set, first down. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Eagles can really attack on this second and short. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
They'll immediately call timeout. The Eagles in a good spot here with second and short. Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. And the Eagles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Red pass hits complete. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Eagles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Clark wants to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Catch in the middle, it's Cano. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.